During the 80s, a controversial group of rappers came together and changed the game of hip-hop for generations to come. Niggas with Attitude revolutionized hip-hop and rap in the United States through explicit lyrics and their glorification of drugs and crime. Also known as NWA, they were one of the most influential rap groups in the hip-hop world. NWA created gangsta rap, a style of rap associated with urban street gangs and characterized by violent, tough-talking, often misogynistic lyrics, which is also listened by many people nowadays. NWA is considered to be one of the most controversial and influential hip-hop groups of all time, not just because of what they accomplished while they were together, but because of the legacy they continue to leave in the hip-hop world many years later. Even the most influential people and groups have had an influence on why they started and what made them great. NWA had many influences during their early years to get them on top of their game in the rap industry. Artists like Run DMC, Slick Rick, Ice-T, LL Cool J, and the Beastie Boys are just a few famous names that have played a part in influencing the rap group. They influenced NWA to begin rapping, thus beginning their career in the harsh streets of Compton, California. Comprised of Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, DJ Yella, MC Ren, and the late Eazy-E, NWA quickly became a group of generation, giving voice to the angst and distress of urban youth in cities across America. A big influence to them was to show the world about the police brutality they were receiving. They wanted to make a point that police will get away with hate crimes against specifically black Americans in Compton. During the late 80s, LA gangs and the police force were in constant struggle. Decked out in all black, NWA were sort of Black Panthers of hip-hop. They did more than glorify street life. They represented people who were willing to fight back and say whatever was on their minds. Upon the release of Fuck the Police, the song immediately caused controversy because of the suggestive lyrics. Murdering police shouldn't be condoned, but neither should the use of excessive force. The whole song explains that since he is a black minority, he has it worse because the cops can do whatever they want. Fuck with me 'cause I'm a teenager, with a little bit of gold and a pager, searching my car looking for the product, thinking every nigga is selling narcotics. NWA grew up in a very ghetto town of Compton, where if you weren't in a gang or selling drugs, you would not make it in the hood. Pull your goddamn ass right over. Now. Aw, shit. Now what the fuck are you pulling me over for? 'Cause I feel like it. Just shit your ass down on the curb and shut the fuck up. Man, fuck this shit. Alright, smart ass, I'm taking your black ass to jail. That's another example of the racism that they had to deal with and want to show the world and publicize the police brutality. You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge. It's hard to tell if the members of NWA knew that the opening line of their hit song and album, Straight Outta Compton, would turn out to be the declaration that had reached decades of music and movements, both in rap and urban culture. Through its rugged lyrics and hood pride, its accompanying style, it paved the way for West Coast rap. We use the same kind of language as the kids use every day. In the black community, the ministers and the teachers don't deny that the problems we rap about exist, but they rather sweep it under the rug. Maybe that's why we sell so many records, because the people in the community, all the kids tell what to do, the police are watching them 24/7. So when they party, they don't want to hear, don't do this and don't do that. Our raps are documentary. We don't take sides. The group was an influential force in the hip-hop culture because of their harsh music, which questioned the government and brought police under the public's eye. Many of the rappers in NWA had great solo careers after the group disbanded. Some of these rappers are Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, and Ice Cube. These rappers and producers found new talent like Bone Thugs and Harmony, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and last but certainly not least, Tupac Shakur. One specific rapper in our current era who was influenced greatly by NWA is from Compton. His name is Kendrick Lamar. At NWA's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, he gave a speech that stated, "The fact that a famous group can look like just one of us, dress like one of us, and talk like one of us proved to every single kid in the ghetto that you can be successful." He explained that this iconic group of guys were role models to young kids, like Kendrick when he was younger. NWA truly changed the hip-hop game when it came to what was being rapped about, and it was unafraid and in your face. Their songs speak truth that could still be relevant for a lot of people today, and it gave hope to people like Lamar, who grew up in areas that weren't the best to live in. More than 30 years ago, a notorious rap group formed in the gang-ridden city of Compton, California. They had an instant influence on the rap game with their new style of rap known as gangsta rap, which changed rap and which artists still use today. NWA is considered to be one of the most influential and controversial hip-hop groups of all time, not just because of what they accomplished while they were together, but because of the legacy they continued to leave in the hip-hop world many years later.